What's up? What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Rock Bottom Podcast with Ray DeVito. I got a good one. Danny Polishchuk, very funny comedian's going to join me in a bit. We'll watch some of his stuff, some of the sketches he does with Ryan Long. They're fantastic. I want to say what's up. First of all, my sponsor, Silk City Hot Sauce, silkcityhotsauce.com. Put in rock, you get 15% off. And I got a hot sauce coming. I don't know when it's up, but my special comes out. It's going to play 6 times on SiriusXM Raw Dog in its entirety. It's on my Instagram. I put the times that it's going to be, but 6 times. 2 times Friday, 2 times Saturday, 2 times Sunday. And then also Ari Jane, AERIEJANE.com. Ex-husband's famous deodorants and soaps. I got a lot of grief. Someone got mad at me, but AriJane.com. Some of you guys ordered some stuff. Thanks for doing it. She says thank you. Yeah, she used to have a company, Victory Pose, that she did with her husband. They got divorced, so she's fixing that website up at AriJane.com for all that, and you get 15% off and free shipping on your first order. All right, what's up? What's going on here in the chat? Damn, Ray sends out hits. Oh, no. Oh, you're talking about. Hello, what's up, KB? TL Stock, what's going on? People copying. Yeah, we'll get into the whole. I hope Chad's okay. I saw that whole thing. I was on a podcast. If you're familiar with everything that's going on in the MLC world, which you should. It's a great podcast. But, yeah, during an episode the other day, somebody came to Chad's apartment. They ended up jumping him later that night. Not cool. We'll talk about that. Danny Polishchuk, very funny dude. He'll tell you about his podcast, the Boys Cast and everything. But I saw him last night. We're at the stand, and he's like, is it safe to go on your podcast? Is this what's going on your podcast? What kind of podcast wars you got going on? It's like, am I going to get stabbed if I do this? Like, because we take a real podcast life. That's what we do, man. Thug life. You think this is a game? This isn't a game. This is some real shit. Some real life shit. That's what we're doing here. So, no, I hope Chad's all right. He said he was going to get a gun. I want everyone to think Chad has a gun. Should Chad actually get a gun? I don't know if that's good or bad, but I think he should definitely at least put it out there that he has a gun so that people leave him alone. I'm going to read some of the chat here, see what's going on. Scholars would argue that Eric the Midget sent the hit out on Chad. I don't know who Eric the Midget is. You know what to do. I don't know Eric the Midget. Did you meet the goal yet? Yeah. If you want a super chat, we'll read all your super chats. And check out my Patreon, patreon.com/Ray DeVito. Hey, everyone. Hey, Ray. What's going on, Fearless31? It was actually Derek from Texas. I don't know the whole ins and out. Patrick Melton's supposed to do my podcast next Thursday from Nobody Likes Onions. Yeah, dude, they're like detectives now. They're like investigating everything, finding out what's going on. Down like suspects to their own private investigators. That's my old logo behind me. If you go to my Patreon, I got to put up the $20 tier, and I'm going to start giving away some T-shirts, and we'll get into that. But yeah, man, you know, the mud shark, if you're going to be a mud shark, it's these mud shark rules. So, dude, I just wish him the best. This is crazy. When keeping it real goes right. Yeah, it's definitely.
Bobby Fran.
What's up, Bobby Friend? What's going on? You thought it into existence. He should just quit talking shit about people that are funnier than him. Yeah, but this is what he signed up for. He signed up for the Mud Shark business. He should not announce that he's doing his live streams outside and let everyone know. You want to know where I'll be? 23578 Woodward Boulevard, Tampa. Come find me. Come see me. I'll be next to the garage yelling to my iPhone. You know what's up? So yes, yes, you should not be giving out too much information. So I wish him the best, and I do like the guy. My theory is Chad was swiping catalytic converters in his jack slip. That's why he was so greasy with zero other evidence. No, that's uncool. What happened to him? That's not cool. Yeah, click like and subscribe and all that stuff. No, I wish him the best, the much. But yeah, man, you got to be careful. You play these games. All right, we don't. All right, you're gonna strike your own channel, Joe. Yeah, I mean when this is your logo, that's gonna be Chad now coming out of his house. Okay, okay. You want to play rough? You want to play rough? Here comes the pain. You think this is a game? You think? Every time Chad walks into an Applebee's, that was loud. Shots fired. But every time he walks into Applebee's, he just walk in like Scarface. Like, you need a bad guy. You need a bad guy like me so you can point your fingers and say, you think you're better than me? You're not better than me. You just know how to hide it. All right. So I'm getting hey, we got a super chat from Micah Mills. Ray, why did I wake up with a horse head in my bed? Hey, that's reference to The Godfather. We missed you on MLC last night. Yeah, dude, we're gonna do a live show. I know an MLC live show, and I'm a fan of the polygraph. I think that's great. And you can ask all of us questions. I'd say, obviously, Chad's going to get most of the questions thrown his way. But why not put Levy, ask Kevin Brennan, do you actually love your brother Neil? Like, how do you actually feel about Neil? We can get some Levy, like, out of his 4 wives, which one does he have the best sex with or had the best? Yeah. We could end this. Yeah. It's endless, the polygraph test. That's great. Chad talks shit. It's all right. Say hello to my little podcast friends. Okay. Wrong movie, Ray. That comes from Death Wish 3. I don't know. No, that's from Scarface. Say hello to the bad guy. Ray, talk to us. You had words with Chad, and then he's assaulted. Yes. I was here. I think we kind of made up. I calmed down when I was yelling at him. I did kind of yell at him at the beginning, but yeah. Those walls need some paint. Yes. To my buddy's place in Astoria. I just crash here. I just give him some cash and crash here when I'm in New York City. And it works. They should put Ray in an interrogation room for 48 hours. Ray, do you think Bob is getting a pool? No, I don't. I do not think Bob is getting. Does he get it this summer? Now's the time to get it before the summer comes in. Chad. Should he get a gun? I don't know. I know a girl that got pepper spray. She's a comedian, and the first day she had pepper spray, we're on a comedy show, and she's bragging about it, and she accidentally pepper sprayed the entire room. I was in the room and ended the show. I was in the room. I just remember, and I was in the back of the room, and I caught everyone was sneezing. I sneezed for like 20 minutes straight. So yeah, that pepper spray stuff is not. It's more like it just like. As far as I got, and I just got it from the back, but just like messed up my nose, and I couldn't stop sneezing. I sneezed for like 20 minutes straight. So yeah, I guess you could pepper spray could be an option. But then again, if someone's attacked, like how do you know to grab it? If they sneak up on you, you don't. I don't know. I do not support violence. I do not condone it. I'm so glad they beat. I didn't. All right, stop it. He's getting. I hope he gets a pool. Chad got leg dropped by Hulk Hogan. It's a tragic turn of events. I hope Ray knows there's nothing funny about Ray in a dunk tank, just Chad or Bichetti. I don't want to be in a dunk tank. Come on. What am I here for? Your amusement? Huh? Yeah, I don't know. I think a dunk tank would be expensive. I don't think it'd be worth the payoff. Like, it'd be fun like once. No, I'm not in. I'm in New York City. I'll be at Stand Up New York this weekend. I'll also be at St. Mark's Comedy Club. And it looks like I just picked up a private show, someone's birthday party, get $300 for a Saturday night. I got to find out what time it is to make sure I can still keep my club spots. Chad looks like he got pepper sprayed and then he was punched. Like they pepper spray you, then they punch you. But dude, that's insane. I hope they catch those guys. And if there's one guy in podcasting that can catch them, it is Patrick Melton. Man, that dude. Which he's supposed to do my podcast this coming Thursday, and Patrick's a cool dude. We met years ago when some shady booker in New Jersey. I want to find out what happened with that guy. Some guy named Butch that booked us for gigs. I think if I remember the story correctly, I don't know, but I know he booked. I don't know if he saw both of us and he like booked us both that night to do shows, and then Patrick did it and then ended up not getting paid. I saw that all over the internet, and then the guy called me up and I'm like, because he never said what money it was. And then I was like, how much money am I getting? He's like, oh, no, we got you. You're going to get paid well. And then he was like, oh, it's going to be like $50 or something. I was like, what? I'm not driving 2 hours for $50. So I ended up not doing the gigs. I want to say that guy's name was but his first name was Butch, a New Jersey booker. I'll wait for Patrick on here to tell that story. Does Bob Levy look like Mr. Burns? Mr. Burns had no hair. Bob's got some. He's got some hair up there. Chad would have made bank in the dunk tank. Well, that's the other thing. Chad's crushing it right now with his Patreon and all this this mud shark stuff. I mean, he's killing it, but it might kill him. So he's got to be careful. He needs to hire a bodyguard. I think he needs a bodyguard when he goes. Wouldn't it be hilarious if he's like, Public Enemy had the S1Ws that would like walk around him to keep order whenever they'd rap. That's what he needs. He needs some S1Ws. So when he does his podcast, they just stand clear and make sure everyone's in line. What's up, Corndiff? What's going on? Bob's Pool Hole is coming soon. I love Patty. His show is my new addiction. Yeah, man, he gets into it deep. Ray wouldn't even make a splash. He's not loathable at all. Chad's hype is. I mean, he's killing it. But like I said, man, you gotta be. This is. I mean, he likes this life. So I mean, this is what he chose. So that's his thing. Did you see Chad's live stream today? He said the adversary, some guy, Cheeto. I don't know who Cheeto is. I did not. Ray, you have 66 people here. Yeah. Hell yeah. Hit like, subscribe, tell people. Hey, Terry Nee's in here. Why doesn't your dad support your comment? My dad's dead. My dad was the only family member of mine that actually did that did support me doing stand-up comedy. No one else in my family cared, but yeah, my dad always did. I remember once because I lived with him in after my mom died. He had a place in Avon, and this is back when you used to have to like make tapes to get bookings or like DVDs or whatever. And then I had like a DVD of my act, and then he took my niece in there to show her my stand-up or whatever, and then he put in it, and it was a porn vid that I had bought. So my poor niece, and he's like, "What do you got?" It's like, "Yeah, Dad, because I'm a fucking 28-year-old man. Like, yes, we watch porn. That's what we do." Because this was like at the time, also like the internet. I didn't trust mine. It's back when you would go on a porn site and like 97 things would pop up all over your screen, and then you'd get like a bunch of viruses. So that's why you almost had to buy porn back then. Super chat from beloved Chatter's loved one. Here's to Ray's dad. Cheers. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, my dad, he was a good guy. I talked about him a bunch of times. I'll talk more about him, but yeah, he's in my act. Where were you Tuesday night? I was hosting the show at the Stand Comedy Club in New York City. That's where I was. If you remember, I was here doing the live stream for MLC, and then I had to jet because I was hosting the 7 o'clock show at the Stand. So I was in New York City. Once the story is proven to be BS, Chad is going to disappear. Hopefully, Chatty Smollett. No, I do not think he made up the story. Got that same buggy. That chat already went away. Tyranny, what's up? Another time. I didn't know. Loved him in Taxi. My dad. Oh, you didn't know Danny DeVito passed away? I also like growing up. Like everyone just assumes you're related to Danny DeVito, which and people are like, oh, you look like really? That's who I look like. A 3-foot dude, the guy that played the Penguin in Batman, who had to do no makeup to play that role.
I think Joe DeVito looks more like Danny DeVito than you do.
Joe DeVito's like kind of jacked though. He lifts weights for an old man. He had a very funny tweet, Joe DeVito, who's done my podcast before. But he had a very funny tweet where he goes, "If I die while I'm lifting weights and you find my body, do me a favor, put an extra 25 a 25-pound plate on each side. Make it. I think that's funny. Put some extra weights on the bar. If you find me dead after exercising, before you call the authorities, put them. All right. I thought it was funny. Ray's henchmen were in Florida. No, all Chad said was that his attackers told him don't F with Cumia. He never said Cumia put a hit on him. Chad's gunning for a Netflix documentary. Hey, Casey Anthony got one. Anyone can get a documentary, a Netflix documentary in Florida. That's a crazy thing about Casey Anthony. That's how crazy Florida is. After she's found not guilty of killing her kid, she gets work as a private detective. She works as a private detective. Maybe Chad should hire Casey Anthony to find out who did this to him. She's in Florida. They can find out together. But then she started a Casey. She didn't even change her name. Casey Anthony family photography business, where Casey Anthony comes and takes pictures of your family. Which, like, oh, this is great. I always wanted a celebrity to take a picture of me and my kids. I wouldn't leave her alone with your kids, but let her take and no swimming pools. So you could let her take pictures at Bob Levy's house because there's no swimming pools. So all the kids will be safe. Rhea Perlman said an hour ago that this chat's moving quick. Chad is obsessed with Casey Anthony. I am obsessed with Casey Anthony. I think that whole thing is crazy. I would suspect Chad punched himself in the face before I believe Ann had anything to do with it. I do not think he punched himself. But yeah, he should hire Casey Anthony. This is awesome. That's what he should do. He should hire Casey Anthony, who's a private detective, to come and solve the case. Wouldn't that be awesome if Casey Anthony... Could you trust the information she gives you? Scholars would argue that Kevin Durant got to Chad. Why? Does he talk shit about Kevin Durant? I want to get into a thing about when Danny gets on here. Draymond Green had a podcast. I think these NBA players doing podcasts, and it's just him talking smack to Dylan Brooks, for the Memphis Grizzlies. They have wars, but it's hilarious. It's not them going through ESPN anymore. It's just them holding their own podcast and talking shit on each other. We'll play some of it. Terry Nee, what's up, buddy? Again, you're a good guy, man. My setup to a joke was worth $25. Yeah. Thanks, buddy. But yeah, that'd be awesome. That's what we got to do. We got to get Chad to hire Casey Anthony. Ray, we need a comedy show included. I will do one. And I think I'll do it with my special's got to play 6 times on SiriusXM because it's a SiriusXM exclusive. And then when I can sell it, I'll do a live show at the Grog Shop or something. And yeah, it'll be a good time. OJ going to find the real killers before Chad. So I don't know. I think with Patrick Melton on his side, they might find it. They got to get Casey Anthony. They can go around like Scooby-Doo, just in the mystery van solving things. And whoever did it, they pull off the hood at the end. And it could be a Klan hood in all likeliness if it's a Cumia supporter. And be like, I knew it was you. David Duke the whole time. Or it could be like that Bigsby, the Chappelle sketch where they put off. It's a blind black racist. Which bring it all back to Neil Brennan and the Chappelle show. It's like Bigsby or whatever. And then he had to divorce his wife because it found out that his wife married a black guy. One of the funniest sketches of all time. The Chappelle show was pretty good. Are you worried about getting attacked yourself as an MLC? I hope not. I hope I don't get attacked. I think I try to be friendly. I'd be friendly with everybody. Does Casey...
Friendly, Ray, your guest is here.
Let's bring him in. Everybody, welcome. Very funny comedian, Danny Polishchuk. Are you sure you want to do this, man?
Yes, I am. How's it going? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, buddy.
Honestly, I was literally talking about it yesterday about this, and then I come on in the first 5 seconds that I see this. You're talking about not getting beat up, and
it's real. It's real here in the streets.
It's the fucking drama community over
here. Podcast slate. You sure you want part of this?
Dude, this is like East Coast, West Coast beef and shit.
Yeah. I've walked down the streets listening to Tupac's hitting them up. You think this is a game, motherfuckers? You think this is a game?
Dude.
Yeah.
So what do the world of who's been getting attacked?
It was just...
Do we think it's real, the Chad thing?
I do think he got attacked, yeah.
But do you think he got attacked by compound fans?
I have no idea. I can't.
Is this show on Compound? No, this is on Gas or what? Or
No, this is on the Shuli network. We're on the Shuli network. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I want to introduce everybody to you, and then we'll tell them where they can find you. You're a very funny comic.
You can go sign up on my because people are watching this on YouTube. So just go over to find me on YouTube. My handle is @_Danny. _Danny. That's it.
We're gonna watch one of your sketches. Jim Stansel's in here. What's up, buddy?
What's up, Stansel?
Tuesday's MLC was an all-time classic. Nice work, Ray. Polishchuk is the man. Godspeed, boys. Awesome. I just want to introduce people that do not know Danny. Very funny comic. He's got a great podcast. I want to show, Joe, if you play the clip of him and Ryan, where it's I'm going to tell you what it's called.
What, the woke racist one?
Yeah, the woke racist one.
Yeah, that's
So we'll play this. Introduction to Danny and Ryan.
When me and Brad first met, I didn't think we'd get along, but turns out we kind of agree on everything. Your racial identity is the most important thing. Everything should be looked at through the lens of race.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke. We both have a lot of opinions about people of color, even though we barely know any.
I say colored people, but as long as we're classifying them, we both think minorities are a united group who think the same and act the same.
And vote the same. You don't want to lose your black card. Sorry, I don't know. I just think we should
Roll back discrimination laws so we can hire based on race again. Jinx, now you owe me a Coke. Hey, tell them what you told me yesterday.
White actors should only do voices for white cartoon characters.
I've been saying that for years. Stick to your own.
Us white people, we have so much privilege.
I agree. It is a privilege to be white. Ask him about interracial dating.
All I said is that black men who date white women have internalized racism, and white men that date ethnic women are fetishizing them.
Guys against interracial dating now. Like, am I being pranked? Did Boomer look this?
Ugh, you know that taco place is white owned?
White people should be making white foods like Kraft macaroni and cheese, no seasoning, not even salt. It's like he's a mind reader. I mean, I've been pushing for segregation forever, and my man does what?
I created an improv comedy show exclusively for ethnic people.
Guy segregates comedy on my birthday.
White people need to stop wearing dreadlocks, and they need to stop appropriating black people's music.
Shaved heads and country music, the way God intended.
You know all white people are racist.
I'm
Even if you have a black wife or black friend group, you're still really racist.
You know, we just kicked the guy with the organization for every black girlfriend, but if you can promise me he's still really racist, we'll get that again. Black businesses.
I guess the only thing we really disagree about is I think people are the root of all evil.
But what did I tell you, though? If we can narrow that down to a certain but tiny-hatted white people, I think we can come to an understanding.
Technically, I don't consider Jewish people white.
Neither do I.
Nice.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
What's it like watching your own stuff? I realized, like, as I was showing it, but it's
fun. I was just playing. I was just looking at my dog mostly.
All right. I do. I do have, like, one of my first New York moments is did you ever hear of this place Rafifi, which was a big deal in the alt comedy scene like years ago?
No, I didn't. I don't know. The only thing I knew about, like, show wise was like the Knitting Factory.
Okay.
I lived in New York. That was about it.
Yeah, it was like the Knitting Factory before the Knitting Factory, but it was like all this alt comedy. And a buddy of mine got one of my sketches played there that was featured in the New York Times or whatever. He was in it. And it was like Eugene Merman was there, Todd Barry, Mike Verbig, all these people I look up to. And I'm like, oh, I just got to New York City. And they played my sketch, and it just sat there in silence.
Oh, really? It bombed?
Oh, I felt horrible.
It was in the New York Times?
Yeah. No, it was all like they were like the old comedy scene could be like a little too hipster, and I wasn't one of the cool kids, but it was fine. But it was like I just remember thinking like, oh, everyone's gonna love me. This is gonna be great, and it's just nothing. Yeah. Yeah. What are you gonna do? Speaking of which, man. Yeah. So, What's your podcast? Tell me about your podcast. What was your podcast you were doing yesterday that I walked in on?
The one that I was doing last night is on Wednesday nights on my YouTube channel, which you can just search my name or whatever. But it's called The Bathhouse, and it is recorded live from the green room of the Stand Comedy Club in New York City, and it's a live call-in show. So basically, it's basically like you can hang out with the comics. It's like the only podcast where you can kind of be on the podcast, I guess, as a viewer live.
Okay, so you have like viewers. Like,
it's literally just like it's like not to say, but it's like opening it. It's literally a call-in radio show, but it just happens to be live streamed on YouTube from the green room of the Stand. So we just get we have different comics every week. Sometimes we'll have multiple. Like we had like 6 different comics last night, and like people leave and come, and it's pretty fun.
Yeah, consider 00. Says he watches. He says it's fun. So yeah,
It's
you
fun.
got.
It is,
There you go. It's fun.
it is a fun time, and then I have another show called Low Value Mail, which is on Tuesday nights. It's kind of like it's a call-in radio show. Kind of, I talk more like it's more like a general call-in radio show, kind of conspiracy oriented.
The I want to get into this because I know you like the NBA, or you. What's that? What's that feedback coming from, Joe? Is that me?
I don't hear feedback. So.
Oh, I heard it for a second.
Yeah.
But
I hear you're fiddling with your mic a lot.
who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to hold it still. I don't have the greatest internet here. Next time I do this, I'm going to go to my buddy's place that has a studio in New York City to do it.
Good internet is key for
yes, for podcasting.
a Zoom-based podcast.
Thank you, Danny. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're
I like to provide pointers whenever I can.
since we were talking about violence to begin the thing.
Just keep me up to get me up to speed on this, like all this drama. Actually, that's what I want to know. I know probably everybody who is watching knows all about this, but like I only see this kind of like in the background, like on Twitter. Like I'll see the odd thing, and I'll be like, and then I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, all right. Well, first of all, I'm
like,
not.
like, what are the factions? Like, what's like the split now? Like, I don't know who's on whose side. Like, what is the main beef right now? It's just Kevin Brennan.
Super
and
chat, tyranny, diversity, EPA, chemical spill was great. Was that you? Did you get?
Yeah, I made a sketch. Yeah.
Hell yeah! Fuck yeah! See, you got. All right, I'll fill you up on the beef. What's going on? First of all, I'm not Kevin Brennan. We all love Kevin Brennan, one of the funniest comics out there, and. Yep. I'm lucky enough to be a regular on his podcast. I'm like the nice guy on the podcast, but he's got problems with Anthony Cumia or whatever. Like they got into a thing.
Okay, so that's what it is. So he's not because he was. I remember he was like back on Cumia for a while.
Yeah, but not anymore.
And then not anymore. And then that was over the Geno thing.
No, well, here's what happened. Kevin was making. He would go in like. Every Thursday, and he would do the show with Cumia, and he'd like drive in from Jersey, and Cumia would give him $100 to like do the show. But then Kevin was just started doing his podcast from home during that time, and he's making
more than
like
that.
Yeah, he's making like $1,000, maybe $1,500, like just sitting there doing super chats and everything coming in and all this. So he made more money like doing it. So he didn't do it, and then that was so he quit doing that, and then like I'm sure.
Why can't he just quit like a normal person though and be like, all right, thanks, Anthony? Like, why is it fucking?
That's not. Like, I don't know. I don't know the ins and. I don't know. I don't know the ins and out. But then.
So basically, you guys all hate Compound now.
No, I don't hate Compound at all. I don't. No.
Oh.
I don't. Okay. I don't. I'm fine with.
And then Compound. Chad got beat.
Well, yeah. Well, the whole thing like what. It's a long story. All right, I'm just gonna tell it to fill you. Yeah. But Chad like started a lot of beef with all these other podcasts. And
okay.
So
yeah,
like,
I see that he has beef with the Steel Toe Morning Show or something.
Yeah.
You have beef with them too?
No, I don't have any beefs with any. Everyone that he doesn't get along, like I'm okay with.
World,
like, I'm not even that close with Cumia, but I'm fine with Cumia. I don't go in and do his show.
World now.
I'm in this world.
Like you have to.
Yeah, I'm team Kevin Brennan than I would be team Anthony Cumia. Beef of the week. This is when I'm the one that nicknamed Kevin Brennan the Beef Starter. I think that's his nickname, the Beef Starter. Which we got to get a logo for that, the Beef Starter. But like, yeah, he's funny with his beefs or whatever. But then Chad declared to make war on all these people. And in Chad's defense, a lot of these, some of these people that he had like kind of needle Chad, like where they were like making fun of Chad. Some of them did it funny. Some of them were just vicious. But anyways, he declared Mud Shark. He called himself the Mud Shark. Declared Mud Shark war on all of them. And now, and then Chad gets mad that I talk about this, but like. Yeah, you put me in this world. I'm sorry. I'm stuck in the.
You're gonna get jumped soon, Ray.
No, everyone's gonna be nice.
An innocent dude. Now you're part of the crew.
So are you? You're on this podcast.
No, I'm not.
All right, let's change subjects. Get to stuff going on. Am I a general in the Mud Shark Army?
What's your ranking officially?
I didn't get drafted. I tried. No, I'm not. No, dude. I'm trying to write jokes. I can't go around yelling at comedy clubs trying to get shows canceled and stuff. I can't do that. I have to work those comedy clubs. Why not? Just it'd be a sketch for you and Ryan, the podcaster that just Jesus.
Seems funny. I just like to kind of poke the bear here.
Yeah.
It interests me.
Speaking of, you have the Dancing Bears, Grateful Dead. Is that your group?
Yeah, I like the Dead, yeah.
All-time greatest Dead album. What do you got?
The all-time, what's I think you asked me this last. No, not Working Man's Dead. What's the other one? I fucking can't remember off the top of my head.
It's American.
I do like American Beauty.
It's American Beauty by far.
Yeah,
it's not even close.
I like Working Man's Dead though a lot though. I was talking to somebody about this. I'm like, I do like Working Man's Dead, but American Beauty is very good. But I mostly listen to the live album, like live shows.
Jim Stanzel says Ray was dishonorably discharged from the Army. I didn't make it past boot camp. I was too busy being nice to the end. I was going on the enemy's podcast and saying being cool with them. So
yeah, that's not.
Yeah,
it's not cool, man.
Speaking of crimes and filthy stuff going on, Joe, pull up the apology from the Mexico drug cartel. Did you hear about these people? These 4 Americans. They went down to get. Yeah, they went down to get.
Apologized.
Yes, they went down to Mexico to get these fat Americans because we're fat here, and then they went to get tummy tucks, and then a drug cartel murdered 2 of them, decapitate them or whatever. Well, the Mexican gang has a PR firm, and they came out and apologized. They're apologizing. They said that it was a wrongful death. They didn't mean to do it. What a responsible gang.
That's nice of them, I guess.
How do you feel about this?
This is news to me. Yeah. So what did they say? They accidentally thought they were Mexicans or something?
I didn't read the whole article. I just saw that we decided to turn over those who. Oh, so they turned over their own gang members.
Oh, so they because they're trying to be like, we have some kind of code.
Yeah, come on, dude. If you're gonna they're like, listen, we are still a drug cartel. Let's not get it twisted, but we have to be a responsible illegal drug cartel. No, we do kill people. We just killed the wrong people. We meant to kill people. Yeah. Just not.
Well, the last thing they want is for the government being like, you know what? Fuck all of you. Drugs are legal now. And then they kind of lose their thing, you know? So.
Do you think that'll happen? Like they said that was going to happen in America for like weed.
They just, well, they will for weed for sure at some point. But in British Columbia and Canada, they just legalized personal amounts of any drug, basically. And then now, and then the government of British Columbia just gave multiple companies licenses to produce cocaine, so that you're going to be able to buy cocaine from the British Columbia government. Like,
hell yeah!
Crazy.
Canada is cool, man.
It's just British Columbia.
And you left. Do you want to go back?
No, to visit.
Dude,
I love my home and native land.
And you got your fame, your first.
I have fame.
He's a documentary about Rob Ford of Toronto.
I didn't. Yeah, it's not a documentary. It's an actual movie.
It's an actual movie. All right, explain what it is. But you like.
It's called Filth. It's called Filth City. You can watch it on Tubi if you want. And it's a movie about the mayor of Toronto, Rob Ford. But like, it's not like we don't use his name or anything, but it's about him, and it's like a fictional.
It's
fictional recount.
Well, the way
we made up a lot of shit. It's not a documentary, but it's like just like a silly comedy.
Well, the way I tell the story, Danny, is that it was you made a documentary, and you're the one that exposed him, and that's why he got fired.
That's not what happened at all.
But that's what I tell.
He didn't get fired.
They let him.
He just didn't run for re-election. He refused to step down, even though there's a video of him smoking crack and all these other ones. And then, he just wouldn't.
He Instagram lived it.
No, this is before that. That was before that existed.
He was on TikTok. How'd they get the video? Who records themselves if they're?
He was at a fucking trap house with a bunch of gangsters, and they're like, "Holy shit, the mayor of the city's here!" And one guy like secretly recorded him. And in the video, you can watch it. It's on YouTube right now. And in the video, he literally like turns to him. He's like, "You better not be recording this."
Oh, really? do you have that, Joe? If you
Just
have
go
that
YouTube,
video,
go on YouTube and just go Rob Ford crack video.
and I'm gonna say, I'm telling everyone it was your documentary. I'm
That's
telling
not-
everyone
we
it
made a
was
movie,
you.
though. No, it's not me.
It's not what I'm telling people.
So how long has this show been going on? Not
This
like
is-
today. Like, how many episodes have you been doing?
This is my 4th one on the network.
Okay, cool, nice.
You've done my podcast before it was on the network.
Yeah, before.
Yeah. The
Pretty good. Pretty good turnout.
yeah, people are cool here.
Well,
I love Rob Ford. Such a goofy story. What is more boring than American politics? Canadian politics? What? You still have the
True.
queen on them. You still have the queen on the money.
He wants to fight everybody's battles, and it's going to kill you. Excuse me, kill you. Don't do it.
Your kids spend this
The kids are important to you. That's what drives you, baby. That's what I love. That's why we love you. Okay.
I don't know.
Your children, your family, your kids, your footballers, your kids that play football. That's what drives you. Family.
He's hogging the crack pipe right now. Take a hit already, buddy.
You're right wing.
No, damn, just right wing.
Oh, yeah.
Radical
yeah,
guy.
sure,
Yeah, I'm
sure.
sort of.
Oh, yeah.
He looks like Chris Farley. Is this Chris?
He does look like Chris Farley. Yeah, he's the mayor of the fucking city at this point, like of Toronto, like one of the biggest cities in North America.
All right, I guess now we have to like watch it until
Yeah,
he
keep
takes
watching
the
it.
hit.
There's like, yeah, there's like
Okay.
30 seconds left.
Leave that. Leave that back in. Sorry.
Justin Trudeau right there.
Right.
I like to get that Justin Trudeau and shove my foot as far up his.
I actually haven't seen this full video.
I'm sure my will tickle his nose hairs with my foot up his ass because he's such a stupid man. I hate Trudeau, man.
He's just saying. Bullshit. It's like cracking on, bro.
Hello?
Sounds like Amazon on that.
No, it's not.
Yeah, and then he turns up.
There he goes.
Yeah, and anyways, I never seen that full video actually. There was only like this, like they only showed like the end of it where for a while where he's just like with a crack pipe in his hand.
Well, he was talking about how he's got to get the country together for the children. You got to look out
Yeah.
for the children.
I mean, he was a good mayor. Besides like all the crazy shit.
What does crack actually do to you? I know I've seen people on cocaine. I've never seen people on crack.
I've never smoked crack, so I can't comment on that.
Have you been around anyone that's ever smoked crack? I've never been around it.
No, I've never been around crack smokers.
All right.
Sorry. Yeah, I don't know crack. I heard it's good though.
Okay. I want to talk about so the NBA. Did you see Draymond Green's podcast at all? This is
no, but what did he says what talking about John Morant?
Yeah, well, he talks about the John Morant thing, but him and Dylan Brooks, who plays for the Memphis Grizzlies, they
Fellow
like hate each
Canadian.
other.
Yeah, Dylan Brooks.
And they have like, dude, now NBA players are like doing podcasts, and they're
No,
just
I love it. I was talking about the old man and the three, or whatever. Is Dylan Brooks is actually like from where I'm from.
Who's that podcast?
Old man and the three.
Oh,
JJ
I'm-
Redick's podcast.
Okay. I do like JJ Redick. And I like that, like, and they're better analysts than like Stephen A. Smith. Like, I love watching JJ Redick tell Stephen A.
Well,
Smith,
it's cool
like,
that
dude,
you
shut
can-
up. You don't know.
And it's cool to watch like an interview, like a long form interview like that. Because you never really
Yes.
see it, right?
Yeah, so go to, if you can, Joe, the Draymond Green podcast, and it's the timestamp that I gave you, 7:18, started at 7:18. No, not this one. The Draymond Green addressing Dylan Brooks, that podcast.
Basically says he's like what? He's just he'll never be good. He's a bitch, kind of.
Yeah, it's literally like talking smack. Like this is before players can like just talk smack on it. Now they can do their own podcast and like talk shit. You imagine this
Yeah.
like back like in Bill Lambier, if Bill Lambier and Larry Bird had podcasts and they just like talk shit about each other. Like that's right, I did elbow you in the face, motherfucker. I'll do it again. I'll break your nose again. I'll throw the ball in your face. You think I'm playing John Morant showing up with guns? John Morant might be in the podcast army. What's you got it, Joe? I sent you in the I'm looking at it in the email. Yes. So this is at the 7:15 mark. Go to the 7:15 mark. So this is Dylan Brooks, plays for the Memphis Grizzlies. They hate the Golden State Warriors. Golden State Warriors. Draymond Green talks shit. For those of you that don't know the NBA, he loves talking shit. So go ahead, let it play. Listen.
What I will say is, this idiot said, I don't know what Draymond does out there. Matter of fact, let me run this back. He said, I don't like Draymond at all. You don't know me. That's number one. I just don't like Golden State. I quite frankly wouldn't like a team that beats me all the time either. That's number two. I don't like anything to do with them. Quite frankly, you were a little kid in high school watching us win championships. Should be happy that you even witnessed that, or maybe college, but you get your point. You're a fan. So
is that freezing on your end too?
Yeah, I can't see it. Yeah.
Yeah, Joe, everything cool?
Is Joe okay?
Joe, you all right? You there? Joe? All right, we lost Joe.
All right, well, we lost Joe. We lost Draymond. But whatever. You watch the video. You can sum it up. He's basically just talking shit about.
Yeah, no, he says even more. Like he like goes into him pretty hard. He goes into he goes into Dylan Brooks pretty hard. But like now they can do that in the NBA. Like if you got to go back and like watch stuff, like who would you like to see players talk beef about?
Who would I like to see?
Yeah.
Like
What's some of the
Shaq would have been talking, or like Larry Bird on a podcast.
Yeah, I would love to see like in the 80s, like Isaiah Thomas, where they really had to say, oh, I got a private chat, see what's going on. It looked like the whole stream froze. Okay.
Just for a second there.
You can go back on it if you want. If it's going to freeze, then if it freezes, just click it off.
Sure, we'll talk more. Need I say more? 2 Olympic gold medals? You definitely would be talking, because that would mean you beat Team USA, and we all know how that goes. So, okay, understand that. Okay, got it.
All right, you know you can box. This is going to go on for a while. Do me a favor though, skip to the 13-12 part. But don't start it yet. I want to talk about the 13-12 part. Yeah, basically he like calls him a shitty player, goes on, talks about how much he sucks and everything, and that he's not worth his contract and all that. But this, he's talking about John Morant and the whole gun. You know the story. John Morant did an Instagram live video where he had he was
but it's not, guns are not illegal, so I don't like where he is. It's like open carry is legal, so like I don't even understand what the issue is.
Well, I think it's more like, all right, did he have the
gun? It doesn't look great, right? But it's like
no. I hope John Morant is fine. I hope John Morant's fine. I like John Morant. I have an autographed rookie card of worth like $800. So when I was doing those openings, so I hope he does nothing but great things. Yeah. But yeah, I think the whole thing is that means he brought a gun to the arena. That means like because he was traveling with the gun.
No, it wasn't at the arena. I think it was like at a bar or something.
Yeah, but if it's his gun, you're not allowed to bring it across state lines. There's a lot of gun laws or something.
Where was it that happened?
In Denver, Colorado. It wasn't in Memphis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I don't know all the laws about that, which something Chad's got to look into if he's planning on getting a gun. But this is how out of touch Draymond Green is. He thinks cancel culture only happens to NBA players. He doesn't realize. You could play this. You can.
And being in this situation, being in this position that we're in, oftentimes when guys make mistakes, you see people saying, "Oh man, get rid of them." Like take their money away, do this, do that. But when common folks make the same mistakes or worse, people don't run to their jobs saying you should take their livelihood away. You should take how they feed their children.
Okay, you could pause it. You could pause. You could take it off. I just wanted to go into that. That's not true. That's how fucking.
Obviously.
But I don't know if you saw it. There was a teacher from Cincinnati, Ohio, who tweeted rap lyrics when she was 15, and they showed up. The parents of the kids that went to school there showed up and protested, trying to get her fired for that. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's even worse for like other people because they're not millionaires. So I mean, that's kind of out of touch. Super chat, what's up, beloved chatter's loved one? If Ray and this guy's 69, it would take forever. Talking about me and Danny.
Not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen. And it'd be quick. What's going on, Kish? Those people with the highlighted green are they joined the levels, the network. They pay money to get. What are the levels, Joe? You can do a real quick level thing so people know.
Do you guys have special not emojis? Like
Yeah, we have custom emojis and badges as well. And you also get, for the $5 tier, you get access to all the live Uncle Ricos. For the $10 tier, you get the Blunder Years. And we've got other stuff coming up that's going to be Patreon and YouTube member exclusive.
Yes, so those are the people that. But yeah, that happens to everyday people. That's Draymond Green, like not being in touch with reality.
He's not. He plays in the NBA. Why the fuck would he be in touch with reality?
But he gets online. Or if you get to talk smack about anybody, who would you talk smack about? Let's do it.
I'm not falling for this trap. You think I'm coming on fucking your show with
hell yeah
people you associate with, and I'm gonna start talking shit about other comedians?
Come on, man. Who do you?
Yeah, you, Ray. That's it. The only person I talk shit about is you.
You want to play rough? Okay. Say hello to my little friend. You don't want to be the bad guy. This is I'm not even. I'm not
the bad guys. Like I just don't need that smoke from the audience. You know,
it's all smoke. That's what it is. As long as there's not real bullets, just smoke. No, don't do that. No Chad jokes. That was not cool what happened to him. But
allegedly.
No, I think it did happen, and that's
you
a
think
bummer.
so? Really?
Yeah.
Right.
Super sicker. What's up in this? Good seeing you, my friend. All right, let's move on to some other stuff, man. Your all-time favorite rivalries that you would people that I would have loved to see Isaiah Thomas like
Zumach and Compound.
See, so you want to talk about this stuff, you just don't want to talk about. You keep bringing it back. You keep saying you don't want any part of this stuff, and then you keep bringing it right back.
It's just because it's funny to me. All-time favorite rivalries for sports?
Yeah.
Rivalries. I grew up in Canada, so it's like
hockey. Fuck hockey. I don't want to talk about.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, we don't have good like basketball rivalries. I don't know. The Raptors have never really had a good. Like the Knicks for a little bit. But
they hated
real rivalries. Like
what happened with the Raptors? Remember when they hated Vince Carter? Air Canada.
He was like one of the best players in the world, and then he left, and we got nothing for him.
But also, like, they hated him while he still played in Toronto. What was that all about?
No, at the end, he was like kind of dogging it a bit, and it sounded like he didn't want to be in Toronto anymore.
If they had one person, Vince Carter. Now I think you froze. But if they had to get rid of Vince Carter or Tracy McGrady, who would you rather them get rid of?
Probably still Tracy McGrady, but Tracy McGrady was fucking sick. I would have loved for the two of them to play.
What happened to them? Why did they not get along?
They did get along. It's just like Tracy McGrady was also a superstar, and I don't think he got he wanted total superstar kind of money and all that, so.
We blame Vince Carter's mom at the time. What did Vince Carter's mom have to do with it?
I think she was saying some shit, and I don't remember exactly, but yeah, she just was saying he didn't want to play there. I don't remember exactly, but he just didn't want to play there anymore.
And then the other thing, and also this whole John Morant thing. I don't know if you saw it. We're not going to play the clip, but They were at a Memphis Grizzlies game, and Shannon Sharp was there. And then he got in a fight.
They've gone downhill ever since. They were like so hot.
Yeah, John Morant's dad tried to fight Shannon Sharp, and then like Shannon Sharp's been going off on John Morant on his TV show like all the time, talking about like you're not hard, you're not hood, you're not this. And then John Morant, like supposedly he like flashed a gun at someone at the mall, some kid that he got in a fight with at the mall. They already dropped the charges against John Morant. Good. I hope he's back and playing because he's a fantastic player. Like, but like, yeah, he's just been like doing all the dumb things, and it's pretty stupid considering he's now the face of Nike basketball. Like, it used to be Kyrie Irving, and Kyrie Irving like canceled himself.
Yeah.
So now he's the face of Nike, and I don't know if you noticed, Kyrie shut up once they took away that shoe deal. Nike got like that cost him like $30 million.
That cost Kyrie $30 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was all because he liked the Hebrew Israelites.
What do you think Nike does with John Morant? You think they drop him? You think they keep him?
I mean, he didn't do anything illegal. Like, I don't like again.
Well, Kyrie didn't do anything illegal.
Think of, I don't know. It's America. Like, you're allowed to have a gun.
He's showing up in the mall with guns, being like, "You bought shoes, motherfucker! You think this is a game?"
Kyrie was more of a PR disaster for them because they were straight up just.
And this isn't a PR disaster. The dude's fucking
not to the same
bringing guns to the mall. He's bringing guns in the nightclub. This isn't a PR disaster.
Well, the guns it wasn't a gun to the mall. He brought I thought it was it was like on a basketball court at his house or something like that.
Yeah, it was a basketball court, but then
it was at his house.
But his mom started a fight in a Foot Locker. That's what. That's another thing.
I don't know about the Foot Locker fighting. The Foot Locker, but yeah, it's. I mean, it's not good for sure, but I don't know if they're saying he did anything actually illegal. So,
well, he's bringing guns around.
I know that Kyrie Irving didn't, but Kyrie Irving, like, his whole thing is Kyrie Irving could have got out of it so easily. They were just like, "Are you anti-Semitic?" And he's just like, wouldn't
even answer the question.
Didn't want to answer the question. And they're like, "What?" Like,
yeah, what happened? What did you're Jewish? What happened with all this?
Whoa, easy, man. We don't do that kind of stuff. You don't just say that.
But what's with all this? Like, first of all, like, I'm so ignorant. I don't even know when someone's Jewish unless they tell me they're Jewish. I have no idea.
Why would you know?
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we have some of the faces, you know.
I know I look Jewish because whenever
I'm a sports podcast, by the way,
no.
Okay.
Yeah, you just want to talk about fucking violent podcasting, and then as soon as I talk about something, you're like, no, I don't want any of that smoke. I don't want to. Yeah. Jesus, Danny, get it together, man.
Yeah,
don't make me get the Mud Shark Army after you.
I do not want to offend the Mud Shark Army.
But down by 39 Essex at Old Man Hustle, they have like that Jewish thing where they all pray.
Yeah, the Chabad.
Yeah, and all the Jewish guys come up to me and they ask if
if you're Jewish.
Yeah, and they want to pray with me. They want to pray.
They just want extra soldiers. They just need more people.
They need. Do they do that with you?
Yeah, for sure. I remember one time I was there on Passover, and I was like, and then they go, "Are you Jewish?" And I was like, and I always say no, and I'm like, but if I said yes, I'm like, I would have missed my set.
They're like, you're like, come on, we see your posture. We know you're Jewish. We see your posture.
Come on.
I don't know. Whenever they say I look Jewish, I'm like, wow, how unhealthy do I look?
Those are fighting words.
Yeah. Can they see my back hair? Is it time to trim it? Jesus.
Yeah, not really. Not really.
I look like a train wreck. If they think I'm Jewish. Well, also, man, speaking of Jewish people, I was talking about this on a past podcast. Neil Diamond. We all love Neil Diamond. People don't realize he did blackface in his version of the Jazz Singer.
Yeah.
People still give it's a great movie. Hey, we got a super chat. Ray, watch your back. Gino is in NYC. Thank you, 78 Tapia. JG, thanks, buddy. Every dollar that goes to Ray is one less dollar that goes to Kevin Brennan. You're gonna get me canceled from MLC.
What do you need to do to get canceled from MLC?
Be nice to everybody. No, it's they love the drama. So what was I talking about? Neil Diamond got no backlash for his blackface, which is fine. I like Neil Diamond.
Yeah.
And those songs are great, but he's uncancelable.
Yeah.
Like people still talk about Al Jolson like he's a piece of shit for that, but then Neil Diamond did it like 35 years later, and nobody has a problem.
What
with it.
What did his look like?
No, he was in a band. He was the only white guy, and they were playing a gig. What?
Like the minstrel style that Al Jolson did it on?
No, I'm going to tell you the context and what he did. He was in a band. Everyone was black but him, and they were playing at a black club. So they painted the black guys, painted his face black, so everyone would think he's black.
Right.
And,
honestly, but back then people just didn't care. To the same degree.
Oh, they cared. They tried to beat him up at the club.
Really?
Breaking. Chad found the guy who punched him on Facebook. Wow. There's something though. At 4 o'clock.
Oh, look, unless there's fucking police charges, I'm not getting fished into any of this stuff. I'm not buying it.
Unless there's police charges.
Yeah. Well, why wouldn't? What, you think that's the move, right?
Yeah. No, I don't want Neil Diamond canceled. I just thought that it's ironic.
I do.
You want Neil Diamond? You don't like Neil Diamond?
I'm talking about Chad. Chad found the perpetrator.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, tune into MLC at 4 o'clock. We'll find out. Speaking of Dry Bar, I forgot to cancel that damn subscription after I got the first free month. Yeah, go ahead and cancel. I don't think I get it. I was #1 on Dry Bar for 4 weeks, Danny.
Congrats.
That means nothing. It means nothing. But my new comedy special, debuts this weekend. I will tell you the times, everybody, on Sirius XM Raw Dog.
I don't have Sirius.
Well, then you're just going to have to wait till I got it all. What? Yeah, I have Sirius XM.
Oh.
Why is $1.99? Beloved chatters love on. Why is Ray anti-Semitic? Oh,
yeah,
no,
right?
It's only Danny I don't like. It's everyone else.
Whoa.
Everyone else I like. What are you talking about?
That's cool.
Sirius XM Raw Dog. All right, it's going to be on there Friday, 2 p.m. and 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Saturday, 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Sunday, 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. Eastern Time. They're going to play it 6 times in its entirety. After that, I'll be able to sell it. I'll have links where people can buy it. And I got it all cut up. I'm going to start releasing Instagram Reels. So follow me on Instagram at ray.devito. Thank you, Gina. Yeah, and TikTok, I'll put TikTok stuff up. I don't really do TikTok stuff, but I got to start doing it. There's all my social medias. So, yeah.
Good.
Hell yeah. Join my Patreon. There's now a $3 level. Patreon.com/Ray DeVito. All right. So, there we go. Thank you, Joe. All right, let's get back to what else is going on with you. I want you to steer some topics. What do you want to talk about? Tell me some. Yeah, I want some shit in the news because I want to know.
Did you see that? Have you been following the Leo stuff? You know Leo?
Leo?
Yeah, the comic Leo who is on the run right now for attempted.
Yes, I do know. I do know Leo. He would hang out at the stand. He was what do you call it? I would see him at the stand all the time. He's a comic that is also a gang member. Like he talks about.
Yeah, he used to be. We said he used to be, but then he always carried a gun and he shot some guy in the stomach on the N train.
I heard about that. But even in his act, which I told him, it was cool that he talked about that stuff because that's a new perspective. I was never in a gang. I never robbed anyone. Like he would openly talk about times that he got stabbed or had to stab.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to hear because I don't run into former gang members. But you tell me what's going on. What all happened?
They're looking for him and he's on the run. They're charging him with attempted murder.
Do you know what the altercation was all about?
Apparently it was like he was wearing some weird like gator thing over his face on the subway, and then got into it with some guy, or some guy was looking at him funny, and then they started kind of talking shit, and then he shot him twice.
Damn, where did he shoot him? Is the guy gonna live? Or?
Yeah, he's gonna live, but he shot him in the abdomen.
Oh man, And then he just like ran away. Well, I'm not going to chase anyone if they have a gun.
I don't know. I think he was on the train, so it's like I guess you got to wait for the train to stop.
For the train. Now, what do you do if you're in that car when that goes down?
Fucking scared as shitless. I don't know. You can't get off.
You like, I'm minding my own business. Would you just have your headphones in and put your head down? Like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going
I'd
on.
fucking try to get into another car, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. That's got to be scary as shit. But I don't know about you. When I see people like getting into arguments on the train, I purposely will kind of get up and move away from it before it escalates because I don't know where it's going to go. I assume a lot of time nothing's going to happen, but I do like kind of like get up and like I'm going to mind my own business.
It's probably a good strategy. I mean, yeah, I stay out of that shit as much as possible. No question. But
you could bring up that story if you want, Joe. I know it was like in the New York Post.
It was in the New York Post. Yeah, they were like, there's a real life Joker on the loose in Gotham.
Yeah, real life Joker, and then he was scheduled to perform at. He was still on the website to perform at LOL Comedy Club in Times Square.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
They still had him on the line. I bet it sold some tickets. Dude, what's your least favorite comedy club in New York City? I'm saying it's LOL. I thought LOL.
I've never performed at LOL, so I can't comment on that.
I have an LOL story.
My least favorite comedian or comedy clubs are the ones that don't book me, and all the ones that book me are my most favorite.
Me too. Ray, quick question. This is a super chat from beloved chatters loved on. Ray, quick question. Was this on the outline? I don't get that. What was on the outline? Someone, Redbird, Chad's eye is watching you, just his one eye, because he's only got one eye. It's funny. But all right, back to the LOL. Here's my LOL story, Danny.
Yep.
You know what they used to do is anyone that was working at Caroline's, they would say, don't look at your phone while this is going on, or you're looking for that story.
No, I'm just looking at something. Sorry.
New York's, this on Yahoo. He made Yahoo. NYC stand-up comedian wanted for subway shooting. Yeah, I guess that's just the story.
Yeah.
That's all right. But that just confirms that it happened. But my LOL, it's such a garbage club, but it was right by Caroline's. And once you get past that Caroline's, they would put everybody, like if you're performing there, they would put like everyone's picture on the poster, hang it outside in Times Square. And I would get spots at Caroline's, and my name was on the poster, the picture of me and so I'm walking by LOLer in the area, like, and I heard, hey, come to LOL, we got and their name in the lineup, and they're like, Ray DeVito's there tonight. Ray DeVito's here. And I was like, oh, Ray DeVito's going to be at LOL? I was like, and I kind of looked at it like, all right, it's my opportunity to get work at LOL. You know, it's a comedy club. It's a stage. Yeah. So I go there, and it was Jasmine was the manager. She's the lady that got fired because when Bill Burr went in there and he asked if he could do a spot,
she said no.
She had no idea who he was. She never heard of him. And then Bill Burr talked about it on his podcast, and like that's what got her fired. But I show up there, and I'm like, hey, it's Ray. I heard Ray DeVito's on the show, and she's like, yeah, Ray DeVito's on the show. I'm like, that's awesome. I go, I'm Ray DeVito, and she's like, anyways, are you gonna buy a ticket or not? There's a 2-drink minimum. It's like she could have cared less. Like,
yeah,
they don't care. But I just thought it was hilarious because it's like you're promoting me to be on the show. I'm here. Like I am here. You're promoting me. I am supposedly on your show. I am Ray DeVito.
Pretty standard stuff for them.
Yeah, and then I go the green room. I was like, go in the green room. The comics in there will know who I am. They'll be like, yeah, that is Ray DeVito. And she wouldn't let me like go in the green room or the showroom. She's like, you got to buy a ticket, and there's a 2-drink minimum. So
yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
Well,
is big time in my guess.
What? Yeah, we're big timing.
I'm big timing you, man.
Yeah.
Will Chad sport a monocle? He should, man. Tell him a story that he suffers from insomnia. Do you suffer from insomnia? Do people know this stuff about you?
No, I don't suffer. No.
So that was
the opposite of insomnia.
What's a shitty New York?
I sleep very well.
What's one of your shittiest New York comedy stories? Like that's one of mine. Where
I don't
one
have
that
any that are like
get
that.
out of here. You gotta have one. You gotta have
I've
one.
only
Where you're
lived here
like,
for 3 years.
but you never had like a moment like I just told you about, like LOL.
No,
Danny.
I haven't. I don't know. I haven't had any bad.
Danny,
comedy
I don't.
stories. Like, the
What's
coolest comedy story so far is the fact that this guy was on my podcast and he fucking shot some guy in the stomach.
Oh, he did your podcast?
Yeah, and then he texted me. He messaged everyone and to take it down. He was like, any podcast I've been on, he's like, you have to remove it. And then he left up all his own shit. It was like, I was offended. He's like, you're making me take down all this stuff, and you literally fucking all your stuff is up, like crazy.
So he left. Yeah, I bet his TikTok. What? That's a good
It
PR
was.
move.
They were literally in fucking like showing his TikToks in the New York Post. I'm like, so you left up your TikToks, so you make me take down my podcast? So then I put it back up.
Is he still on the run? Like you said,
Yeah.
Anyone knows where he's at?
No. I mean, if you know where he's at, and you're a snitch, then contact
No.
me
I was he in Florida anytime recently? Dude, that's What do you think the punishment is for what he did? Well, first of all, the fact that he didn't turn himself in. That's
20 years in jail, probably.
Yeah. Like, do you think if
charging
you
a firearm on a fucking busy subway car, and then shooting a guy in the stomach? Yeah, it's pretty bad.
What happens to you? You being from Canada, do they send you back to Canada, or do they put you in American jail?
Well, they put you in American jail, but Leo's actually not American. He's, I believe, from Dominican Republic. So once he serves his 20 years, assuming they catch him, and he's convicted, because obviously this is all alleged, he'll be deported afterwards, yeah.
And then
back to the DR.
Do you find yourself on eggshells because you're like get deported?
No.
No? What's the most, all right. Did you go to Canada for your healthcare, or you do it here now?
No, I don't thankfully have to access healthcare, so I don't know. I have insurance, but I don't know what it covers. But if something, I'm sure there's certain scenarios where I would go back, but technically I'm not allowed to, but I probably would.
Do you, so wait, you have no medical condition? Like, I have to take an anti-seizure medication. Otherwise, I could have seizures and die. So I forever have to be on the medication.
Is it expensive?
It's not crazy expensive, but I can never be off it.
Yeah, that's good.
So you're on no medications?
I have an inhaler that I take like once or twice a month.
Did you have asthma?
Correct.
All right. Tell me about your sports card situations, because you love sports cards.
I haven't bought any in a long time.
What's
I kind of just bought them for a period that I'm.
What do you think is a hot thing? Here's what I like to do. This is any sports cards collectors. This is what you do. The NBA playoffs are coming up. Whoever you think's got an outside shot of winning the title, like I think this could be, especially if he's like a Finals MVP. Maybe a Devin Booker rookie would be to look at. A Jason Tatum if the Celtics.
I mean, these are all like stars, anyways. You never know. The thing is, you don't know until they're fucking like retired whether it's a good call.
And then that's the thing too. Once they're, because as a sports card collector, like I remember, like I was into like Brett Favre and got his rookie cards were like off the chain later in his career, and then the second he retired, they're worth like a third of the value. Especially now that he's getting sued because he's took the welfare funds,
and they're also not particularly rare. So that's another part of it.
Yeah, well, now the Tom Brady rookie card's still worth.
Yeah, I have one.
Good.
I have a Bowman PSA 8.
That's another thing too. I found out how to get them graded. You got to go to a sports card show and get up to them at one time. You get a deal. You can't do the mailing thing. The mailing.
Yeah, you can mail them, man. I've mailed them in.
It used to be it was just $35. You would just mail one in, and then you get like $35.
Yeah, no, you can mail them in now.
All right, people hate that we're talking about fucking sports cards.
I gotta go actually. Anyways,
what's up?
I gotta get running.
Oh, all right. Well, if you want,
you only told me it's till 2:00, right?
No, I'm gonna go a little longer. I'm gonna talk to the people in the chat, talk to them, but you could jump off. Plug your stuff.
Just go. Everybody's watching this on YouTube, right? So just go subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's my name, Danny Polishchuk, or just @_Danny, because they have handles now on YouTube. What's your handle, Ray? Do you know?
@Ray DeVito, just my name.
On YouTube?
Oh, on YouTube. Oh, @Ray DEVI.
Oh,
@Ray. That's my own personal stand-up stuff. @Rock Bottom Pod is the podcast. So I have 2 YouTube. One for stand-up, one for comedy. What
word? Yeah,
you
just follow my YouTube. I post all my live shows, live streaming stuff. I post all the sketches there. I post lots of stuff on YouTube.
All right. Well, peace out, buddy. I'm going to talk to
Someone
these
says
people.
I'm so dry.
What?
Someone says I'm so dry. What do they want from me?
Yeah, you look like you took a sleeping pill right before this. Usually your energy.
This is my normal energy. What do you mean? This is my normal.
Yeah, you gotta be you gotta be careful out there in the streets, man. This is some real podcast.
I gotta go run an errand.
No, do your thing, man.
I'm probably gonna go get attacked by one of your fans.
Yeah. No, it's
Next
all
time you
good.
see me, I'm gonna be like this, being like
It's gonna be,
ice bag on my face, being like some of the Ray heads got me. What are your fans called? Raytards?
I don't know. I for a minute there I was calling them bottom feeders because it's Rock Bottom podcast. But yeah, whatever they want to be called. I don't know what.
Do you not like Raytards?
Raytards? No, I do not like Raytards.
But that's what they're called.
I don't know. What do you guys want to be called? Yeah, we're Raytards. Look over both shoulders, fucking Danny.
I think Raytards is the winner.
Yeah,
Raytards.
Oh.
The Ray Guns.
Now we're talking, dude. If I was able to, my minimum contribution for this episode is if I were able to coin the name of your fans.
Yeah, that's canon now.
Yeah, hell yes, Raytards.
Yeah, we're Raytards. Fine. Only reason why I don't like that because I don't like it sounds derogatory towards people.
That's the point.
Yeah, all right.
That's the point. Raytards.
Yeah. But I don't want to look like I condoned it.
Well, it's just that's what your fans are called.
Yeah.
It's like they are.
Ray Pride. Yeah, there we go. Ray Pride.
Ray Pride's funny too.
What do you guys think the name should be? You guys in for Raytards? Raytards for the win. Raytards. Ray Pride. I like that. Voltaire 325. Ray, this guest is electric. Is he on fentanyl? Oh, he.
That's funny that your guest is called Voltaire. Look, I got this book right here that I just bought.
There you go. He's saving his energy, man. I wanted you to fire some.
I'm like a prize fighter. I'm saving it for the last round.
All right. Well, let me talk to these guys. You're welcome to hang out as long as you want.
No, I do got to run, but I appreciate you having me. I'm sorry I wasn't energetic enough.
Yeah, get your shit together, man. This is real.
Like everybody
real out here in the streets, man.
What, they think I'm just like supposed to come on here and just
hell yeah, man. You bring the heat.
Fingers for an hour.
You think this is a game? This ain't a game, motherfucker. This is real. Motherfucker, I hit him up.
Yeah.
I accept. Terry need $2. I accept Raytard. There you go. You happy?
The fact that I provided Raytards to this conversation and people are mad.
They're loving it.
Anyways.
Have Danny issue a statement to Chad. I don't know. Dude is in the coffin. They're calling you in the coffin. They're calling. They're calling them. I don't know. Dude has never made it out of the coffin. Bob Levy's got a podcast on here called Out of the Coffin.
Yeah.
I'm Ray for pay. There we go. Yes, you think I've never been called gay before with the first name Ray growing up? The first time I ever heard the word gay, heard my name being gay. Thanks again. People love you. Danny with the buzzer beater.
With the buzzer beater, yeah. All right. Well, thanks, Ray.
Thanks, buddy. I'm gonna hang out here with the Ray.
And come on the bathhouse.
Cards. That's what I'm doing. Hang out with the
come hang out on the bathhouse.
You might just give a. What's that?
So come hang out on the bathhouse sometime.
The bathhouse, word, homie.
Yeah.
Word.
Wednesday nights, 10:30 p.m. at the Stand Comedy Club.
Cool. Next time I'm in town, I'll hit you up.
If you haven't seen it, it's a fun time for people who are watching.
He is on fire. He drinks 19 Red Bulls right before he does cocaine. He fucking
Yeah.
He's off the hook, man.
All right. Well, I appreciate all the retards out there who have joined us today. Thank you very much. I like the little thing on the bottom that says Ray does not condone the use of retards.
I do not. But yeah, if the what do you call it? If the people want to be called that, they can be called that. All right, let me talk to these people.
They are that. Anyways, later retards.
All right,
later
peace.
Bye, buddy. Bye.
Danny is an old friend from the classic days of In Hot Water. Yeah, I used to like In Hot Water when it was like Berg and them. Danny's cool. He's in chill mode. Yeah. I bring the energy, man. I'm drinking my coffee here. I got to walk out on these dangerous streets. Ray does not, I do not condone the use of that term. We got to find out. Nice, Danny. Later, Gator. Have to have him switch to fentanyl. He's a good guy. Call out Chad. Chad's been through enough this week. I'm rooting for him the best. No more Canadian guests. See what you get? This is all my Canadian guests get heat. Something about the border in Chadtown, no tars. Jesus. Joe, what do you think, man?
Of the Chad situation or the guest?
Oh, I don't care. No, speak nice to the guest. Well,
oh yeah, I thought he was funny.
Yeah. He's a good dude. I don't know anything about this podcast drama. I try to keep it light. I try to,
Well, you're a really nice guy. It's like part of your brand. So yeah, I don't know how you got mixed up in all this, but you're going to wind up catching the shrapnel. Someone said it in the chat earlier. Chad Zumach was calling you out on his show. You were one of the people that it was really heavy under that bus, or really packed getting thrown under that bus, but it was happening.
Oh yeah? What was said about me?
We might have a special guest here. Hold on. I'm seeing what's going on backstage. Someone might be popping in on us here. I don't know exactly what was said about you, but he just kind of was talking about everybody in the whole situation.
What is this, like his Tupac's hit him up? Motherfucker, I hit him up. Mob deep, die slow.
I want to see if our next guest has any insight on this. We're going to bring him on the stream. Caller, go ahead.
Hi, I'm a big Ray DeVito fan, and I just wanted to ask, where's all your toys, Ray? I'll hang up and listen off the air.
I am in Astoria. This is not where I live. I'm in Astoria, New York. I'm at my buddy's place, and I do not bring my toys with me. I do not have any action figures with me. I'll be back in Ohio next week. I'll have a Millennium Falcon. I'm gonna get my Millennium Falcon and my Death Star, and do it up. But now I'm intrigued. I want to hear that I got called out on this. Got called out on everything.
What happened? Who called you out?
Hey, Micah Mills, $1.99. Apparently, my fans are now calling themselves retards. I'm now a
I like that.
I don't condone the use of the name because it makes it look like I'm the insensitive one, and I do not. Voltar, $1.99. You on fire the other day? Was it Roid Rage? Yeah, I was mad that when Chad said I was copying him, and that kind of like set me off a little bit. And then Patrick Melton sent me a message saying,
Thank you, JG. Thank you, buddy.
Saying Patrick Melton sent me, because the whole thing started. Patrick Melton.
What happened?
Okay.
Chad accused you of something? What's going on?
Yeah, Patrick Melton, who does a podcast, Nobody Likes Onions. He's a comedian. He's a funny comedian. I met him years ago. We were doing a show in New Jersey. Became friends. I'd get him on shows at the Creek and the Cave in New York City. He's a cool dude. And then he just hit me up on Facebook because it was Earl. It was on your show. Me and Earl Skakel were on the show, and Earl was talking that Patrick Melton.
I like onions as well. I do.
I like onions too.
Yeah.
And Earl Skakel was talking about how Patrick Melton was doing these 4-hour podcasts about everything that's going on with Chad and Steel Toe or whatever. And then we just mentioned it. And then I mentioned it on MLC. And then Patrick Melton reached out to me. He goes, hey, I heard you mention me on MLC. And then like he was cool about it. He was like, he just said like, haha, or whatever. And then we had a back and forth, all friendly. And he goes, hey, if you can, ask Chad to unblock me on Twitter. So I asked Chad to unblock him on Twitter. Well, him and Chad are now friends now. They're doing podcasts together. And then I asked him, I go, hey, and he's supposed to do my podcast next
Are we
Thursday.
still in the same story?
What?
Are we still in the same story?
Yeah. What's the story
Oh.
you were asking?
I don't know.
What was the story? What was the story you were asking, Shuli? I'm answering this question. No, so Chad said I was copying him when I asked Patrick Melton to be on my podcast, which it started out, Patrick Melton reached out to me, asked what was going on in the, so I mean, I was already talking to Patrick before Chad was, because Chad had him blocked on social media. So I was already talking to Patrick. And then Chad's like, when Patrick said, yeah, Ray asked if I could do the podcast, he goes, why is Ray trying to copy me? Why is he? I'm like, I'm not trying to copy. If there's one person I'm not trying to copy, I'm not trying to copy Chad. Trust me. I'm not trying to copy Chad. I'm not a mud shark. I didn't bring up people's families. I'm not doing this, that, and a third, all the things. All hail Ray Jesus. Well, thank you for the super chat. I you know what? I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to call it the Ray D's. That's what I'm going to call that. That's how I'm going to pronounce that term, the Ray D's. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm not going to say that word.
Hold on.
Kevin Brennan, $1.99. Patrick Melton, stop name dropping. So yeah, I got dragged in this world. Every time I'm out, Shuli, they drag me back in.
All right.
So I'm back. I'm back in the. And I got a special coming out this weekend. Jeez. They're playing it 6 times uninterrupted on Raw Dog. I read off the times earlier. That my specials. But anyway, so that's what started.
That's a great shirt.
Ray D Strength. Ray D Strength. I'm not selling shirts that have the word TARD in it. Come on. I do not. I'm a sensitive guy. I don't want. Okay. But it is what it is. But I do want to get some pot. There's my old podcast shirts, the G-hole. But yes.
Well, this went well. I feel like I've learned a lot, and I'm all caught up on this feud. I'm
not in a feud. I'm the one settling the feud. But yes, when Chad said I was copying him, then I went on MLC because I wanted to call that out. And then I kind of did, and everything was like, and then obviously we all know how that podcast had ended with someone showing up at Chad's house, and the rest is history. We know the rest of the story. So I'm what do you think, Shuli? I do want people to think Chad has a gun. Should Chad have a gun? Ray Mania. There we go. I like Paul Cunningham's.
No, that's weak. Chad, if he feels threatened, should if he's in a state where he's allowed concealed carry, then yeah, he should absolutely.
I think so too. Do I actually want him to walk around with the gun? No, but I do want people to think he has one on him at all times. Also, like, that's if someone sneaks up on you, like I've had like friends sneak up on me where I'm like walking back from the subway and they like just say hello and I got my headphones in. It's nope, I'm a Ray D. All right, okay, thanks for the super chat. Like, I love how people are paying money to insult me.
Wow, this is a big theory going around that you had him beat up for exposing that you're copying him.
I am not copying.
I'm just saying what I heard on the streets, Ray. You don't have to.
On the streets, they're coming up on the streets. Someone coming up on the streets, tapping you on the shoulder, and be like, "Psst, did you hear what Ray said?"
Don't send your goons my way, all right? Arm Chad. That's a shirt. That's a shirt. All right. Hey, I just wanted to pop in and say hi and tell you you're doing a great job, and keep it up. And long live Astoria. And do your own thing. Stop copying Chad. All right.
I'm trying to do my own thing. I'm up here. I'm talking about the royal family. I'm trying to talk about news stories. I'm trying to keep it moving.
You know what?
Every time I'm out of the mud, they drag me back into the mud. I'm trying to get out of the mud.
Listen, on second thought, I take it back. I'm totally copy him. Punch yourself in the face. I think the show's going to go great. Bye.
The good egg is on a roll. Arm Chad. Everyone wants to arm Chad. Chad should just walk around with a bulletproof vest. He's just walk around, him and John Morant. He should have the gun, not John Morant. John Morant should not have the gun. Give it to Chad. Ray, you're a good guy. Thank you. Silent Shape. Ray, you're not copying Chad. You're milking the Chad train. All right. Anyway, back to Prince Andrew Ray. Yeah. Jeez. Don't punch Garofalo. Yes, do not punch anybody. Nobody. Chad should not have a gun. I like, if you own a gun and the register, can you legally find out like who owns a gun and who doesn't have a gun in this state? Is there such a thing?
I don't think so.
Like, you can't you have to register it, right?
So in Florida, not with the state of Florida, unless you're going to carry it concealed, if you just go purchase it for your home. No, it's registered with the ATF, though, the federal government.
So if you go to Florida, you can just get a gun. I just assume everyone in Florida has a gun.
We do.
You do? I think
everybody here does.
I do think that'd be great if Chad did hire Casey Anthony to crack the case.
I think he'd be better off learning some jujitsu or something, like losing 30 pounds and learning some empty-handed skills instead of getting a gun.
Well, that's still even if I knew how to fight, I don't want to fight. I love basketball, but just randomly on the street, if someone threw a basketball, I mean, come on, let's go. It doesn't mean I want to play basketball right there that minute.
That's less likely to happen though than getting randomly punched in the face when you're Chad Zumach.
Yeah, I like basketball. I don't want someone just throwing a basketball. I mean, let's go 1-on-1 right now. Let's do this shit. You got to be in the mood to play basketball. So, yeah. So I do think getting a gun. I don't know, to learn.
He could also try to be more pleasant. Nobody wants to punch Ray DeVito because you're a nice guy.
That would be off-brand for Chad to be pleasant.
Fair enough.
He is bipolar. Sometimes I see him, he's in a great mood, everyone's friendly, and then other times, screw you, you're trying to be me. So, yes, do not attack. Jiu-jitsu, a gun, a dog, and a knife. Just talk. Jiu-jitsu, a gun, a knife. Get those bike cyclist glasses with perfume.
I'll be brand today, I swear.
Just look behind you at all times. He needs to hire a bodyguard, man. I mean, his podcast has taken off. He's crushing it. People like this mud, but I mean, yeah, with the smoke comes more smoke. I need a Xanax watching
with the
Ray.
Smoke comes more smoke. Andy from Ontario is making a T-shirt out of that right now.
With the smoke comes more smoke. Ray accepts compliments like a guy who fought a rape case. Is that a good thing or bad thing? I don't know.
I don't know. It's hilarious though.
I feel like Ray should be famous. Thank you.
At least someone does.
Yeah. Mud Shark Cartel. They will be more brutal. Yeah, man. This is. Ray would just smack them with his purse. Yeah. I don't know. I think everyone should be nice, man. When are you going to cut up some clips for me so I can start posting them on Instagram and TikTok? Joe?
Oh man, if I wish I had the time to be doing that right now. We're gonna get there, I promise.
Come on, man, Joe. Come on, you think that you're hanging with the Ray D ards? The Ray D ards. Come on, you think this is a game? This isn't a game, man. Ray is a runner. They won't catch him. Yeah, where's yeah, I don't know, man. I just
Cardiff in here as a guest.
Is he in here right now? He can jump on.
No, but not right now. I didn't mean, but we should schedule him if we can get him. He's been kind of hard to get since he won the Lifetime Achievement Award at DabbleCon, but
he's done my podcast since then.
Has he?
Yeah, man. I get along fine with the potato.
Now we know why he hasn't been on the other shows. He's been over here doing your podcast.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Ray. We should be nice. It's fun to talk mean. Ray uses headbutts, but not like Chad. Aim for the head, not the fist. Yeah, that's what Chad should do. Just walk around with a helmet like he did the first time he did comedy. Just wham his head.
He should probably be walking around in a helmet for many reasons.
Yeah. But yeah, no, this we're just having fun. Gilla is right. Ray brings out the devil in all of us. Yeah, I make you guys mean. Someone just beat up Amazing Vito thinking it was you. Ray, you should do the Steel Toe Hitman show. No, I hope he's all right, man. What do you guys think are going to happen in the chat? What do you think? Is it being less annoying as a strategy? the week have employed for millennia. I don't even know what that is. I don't know. I want everyone to be friendly, man. Right? Isn't that what it should be? Friendliness? What do you think, Joe?
We're all just having fun.
More pain, says Carlos Bastard? No, man. I mean, that's seriously a big deal. Like, whoever hit Chad should be arrested. They should be arrested. That's not legal. You can't go around just beating the shit out of people. You can't just go up sneaking. Let's say they do catch a guy. What's the punishment? Do you go to jail for like a week or something? Like, something's got to happen. I think
there's a lot of variables there that would depend on what the actual charges were, but they would at least get arrested, I would think, yeah.
Yeah. And Chad could sue him too, right? He could take him to court.
I don't know. Like, sue them? I don't know about that.
I mean, it can't be legal. You can't just go around.
Yeah, it's a criminal thing, though. That's why they'd get, like, arrested by the state, you know.
Well, you know who we should ask is Pat Dixon. He's going through this thing right now. We could ask Pat Dixon what happens, the ins and outs. Yeah, where was Pat Dixon that night? Did he go enjoy? Yeah, I don't know. Everyone be nice. Let's get the full story. Yeah, civil lawsuit. Yeah, the dude should be held accountable. He can't just go around punching people. Everyone should be nice. It's a felony. They kicked him when he was on the ground. Why? Is there a difference? Like, someone said it's on World Star now. Someone in the background.
I do think for some reason kicking someone makes it, yeah, it's like using a weapon if you use your foot for some reason. I think she's right about that.
Yeah. Yeah, anyways, I hope they catch the guy. I thought he's brought to justice. And I don't know. I think the MLC live show would be great. I do think a polygraph should be I think that'd be great.
A great idea.
A polygraph, and then you can have all of us
live on the air.
Yeah, and obviously Chad would be the most popular polygraph one, but they should polygraph all of us, all the questions. I think a polygraph would be way funner than a dunk tank. I think that would be way funner. And you could polygraph Brennan, polygraph Levy, polygraph me, but definitely Chad would get the majority of the questions. It wouldn't even be close. He'd be there for like 2 hours. People, there'd be a line. Like, if you get the line, like, to ask polygraph questions, my line would have like 3 people. Brennan would have like 10. Levy would have like 10. And then Chad would just like a line, be like 400 people around the corner. And yeah. All right, let's wrap up. Patreon.com/Ray DeVito. Join the Patreon for $3, $3 tier. And you guys are all awesome. Hit like, subscribe, all that. Follow me on Instagram. I'm going to start posting reels, Instagram, TikTok, and all that. Check out my special. It'll be available for sale within the next week. And you guys are all awesome. Thanks, Joe. I had a good time.
So did I. Thank you, Ray.
Okay. Thanks, buddy.